Hi dear parents, welcome back to another math hour. Today I'm going to show you a skill on how to calculate time difference or elapsed time using math skills. I'm going to give you a start time and an end time, and the idea is to calculate how many hours and how many minutes is the difference or the elapsed time between the start and the end time. And your kids probably know how to do this, the basic one, basic elapsed time, using a timeline, but I'm going to teach you how to use basic math skills to solve complicated time difference problems. It's a very simple skill, it's an easy skill. It's just one or two things that you need to remember in order to use this technique. Let me begin by showing you something very simple. Let's take these two start and end times. I would like to find out what is the time difference between 7 o'clock in the morning to 9:35 in the morning as well. Easiest thing in the world I can do is I'm going to find the difference. In other words, I'm going to subtract. I will take my end time, which is 9:35, and I'm going to minus it by 7 o'clock. Because that's what time difference means. It means to minus them. Now, before I do the actual minusing part, I'm just going to divide my hours and minutes so I don't get confused by it. On this side, I have my hours, and on this side, I have my minutes. I'm going to start with the minute side. Let's start over here first. Let us do straightforward subtraction. 5 minus 0 is 5. 3 minus 0 is 3. So already I know that there's 35 minutes elapsed time. And now let's go to the hour side. 9 minus 7. And the answer is 2. And there we go, our final answer. The time difference, the elapsed time between 7 o'clock in the morning all the way to 9:35 in the morning is 2 hours and 35 minutes. And that's basically how you do this kind of problem. It's a simple, straightforward subtraction. But let me show you another time. Let me show you a different situation here. Let's again start at 7 o'clock in the morning. And in this time, we're going to end around, how about 12:37 p.m. So here we go. 12:37 p.m. is our end time, and our start time is 7 o'clock. And I would like to find the time difference. Well, the first thing you're going to have to do, first thing you're going to have to notice is that 12:37 p.m. is written in it's written in American time. Okay? And what I want to do over here is that I want to turn this 12:37 into military time. But guess what? We don't have to worry about that right now, because when it comes to 12 o'clock is already American time, and it's also military time. So we're good. We don't have to change anything. I can keep 12:37 the way it is. In fact, in the next problem, I'll show you why it matters. But right now, we're good with 12:37. Let's write that down. So 12:37 p.m., and we're going to subtract it by 7. Again, time difference, it means subtract. I'm going to separate the two with a little line, a cut line. This side is H for hours, and this side is M for minutes. And now we just do straightforward calculation. 7 minus 0 is 7, 3 minus 0 is 3. So 37 minutes is part of our answer. And straightforward, 12 minus 7 is 5 hours. So our final answer, the elapsed time difference between 7 o'clock in the morning to 12:37 p.m. in the afternoon is 5 hours and 37 minutes. Easy enough, no problems over there. Now, let me show you a situation where you need to turn American time, US time, into military time. I'm going to erase all of this off. Let's erase all of this. Let's erase all of that. I'm going to give you a new end time. I'm going to erase all these lines as well. Let me show you the new end time here. The new end time I'm going to give you is this one. Let's try 14. Oh, sorry, no. What am I saying? 2:42 p.m. So here, I would like to find the time difference between 7 o'clock all the way to 2:42 p.m. in the afternoon. How do I do this? Well, if I'm going to use my math technique skill, I have to do one thing step number one. I need to turn this US time into military time. And in my previous video, I showed you how to do that. All you have to do is you take the 2:42 p.m. and you add a 12 in front of the 2. And 12 plus 2 is 14. And so 2:42 American time is 14:42 military time. That's step number one. You have to do that. In order to use this math technique, you must use military time. It's the only way this will work. So now that we've got this answer, I'm going to take this answer, 14:42, and now I'm going to subtract it by 7, my starting time. And again, I'm going to separate the lines between the hours and the minutes, and we do straightforward subtraction. 42 minus 0 is just 42, and 14 minus 7 is just 7. And there we go, our final answer. The time difference between 7 o'clock in the morning to 2:42 in the afternoon is 7 hours and 42 minutes. And that's how you do time difference. As you can see, it's extremely important that you turn the US time into military time. And all you got to do is just add the hours up with 12, and you'll get your military time. Let me give you one more problem, one more example. And this is where you may need to, it requires a little thinking before we can just do the math part. So let's change the start time, something different now. Let's do unusual time. How about 8:42 a.m. and the end time is 5:27 p.m. Okay? Now, I would like to find out, well, how many hours and how many minutes from 8:42 to 5:27 p.m. Step number one. This is American time or US time. I can't use that in my math skills. I need to change this into military time. And how do I change to military time? All I gotta do is take 5:27 and add a 12 to the 5. When you add 5 plus 12, you're going to get 17:27. So that's step number one done. I changed American time, 5:27 p.m., into military time, 17:27. I'm now going to take this answer and bring it back up over here, and I'm going to write 17:27, and of course I'm going to minus it by 8:42. As always, I'm going to cut a line through the hours and through the minutes. This is the hours side, this is the minutes side. And now we're going to subtract time difference. But wait, we have a problem. 27 minus 42. I can't do that. I cannot do a small number minus a big number. I need to make 27 the larger number in order to subtract properly. So, what I'm going to do is that I am going to add the number 60 to 27. And you're probably wondering, well, why 60? Well, because there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. And that is why we can use the number 60 here. So I'm going to add 27 plus 60. And when I add 27 plus 60, I'm going to get 87. And now you can see that 87 is bigger than 42, and I can easily subtract it. So when you do 87 minus 42, you're going to get 45. And that's going to be your minutes. And your minute side is all set, all ready for you now. But now let's go to the hours side. We know we can do 17 minus 8, which is 9. But we don't stop there. We cannot stop over here, because if you look